Welcome back to Let's Play Hot Wheels. Beat that. Somehow I still get a temptation every now and then to say World Race instead. I guess it's just because the World Race playthrough went on for so long. It's amazing that So Fast is right behind me here too. Look at that. Right there. 9 seconds. Okay, I guess I didn't need any acknowledgement for my drifting right there. Points aren't necessary or anything. It's not like I have a secondary goal depending on that. It's just speed ahead, don't worry about it. The race itself, I suppose. I'm not gonna bother. I have to wait for somebody to come back or to catch up to me to do that. I'm not gonna do that. Oh. That was almost a cool drift. Ah. Yeah, drifting is very fragile if you're bumping into things, unfortunately. Drifting is fragile in general. It's hard to keep up a good, solid drift. The game actually gives you credit for, even though you're holding the drift one the whole time. Whatever, let's go back on down here. The fast way. I wonder if we're gonna find out anything about the individual. Oh, that wasn't actually deliberate, but okay. I wonder if we're gonna learn anything about any individual who owns these places that we're exploring. The bedroom. Whose bedroom is it? Whose attic is this? And what's so special about that golf course? What was so special about the bowling alley? I think about it long ago. Although whether these locations are the same. Yeah, these are the same locations, aren't they? Well, yeah, obviously, but from a canonical perspective, these are the same places, I suppose, as places we went through and beat that way back as well. So, I mean, it would also be reasonable to pose the question of whether there's anything special about that bowling alley way back, why that led us there specifically, and all those things. And whether that was ever actually there in the first place. Although that did seem to be getting more powerful as we got closer there, so we might have been increasing the proximity in some capacity. Yeah, no. These races though don't really have much in the way of a pack most of the time. It's usually somebody way ahead of everyone else. Well, every car is really far ahead from all the others, far away from all the others usually, I'm noticing. Like with second place versus third and then everything past that. Which makes it all the more interesting actually that So Fast has managed to go as well as it has, because that means it's been staying ahead consistently and far ahead of some other cars this whole time. Some points. Was not my intention. I'm kind of surprised the touchdown good bonus gives you so many more points than the jump itself usually does. The 250 point jump is a pretty big one. Put that in perspective. Where are these thumbtacks everywhere? Yeah, it seems like a 25 point jump doesn't suffice for a touchdown bonus. I don't think I've ever managed to get a touchdown bonus on a small jump like that. See, it just can't stay considered one single drift for some reason. I don't know why. Trying to boost. There we go. The game gets a little awkward at boosting with your bouncing off the ground intermittently. Alright. Well, it is possible that something interrupted the notification for it, but my guess is just that I didn't actually get the goal for points, unfortunately. By making something of an effort. Ah! I was kind of funny. I was managed to go like totally sideways that whole time. There you go. Reverse. Never done that. As far as there's not actually a goal that requires you to reverse over the finish line or something. Oh well, they actually got second this time. Oh man, so fast. What happened? Close though with Gearhead. Nothing especially special seemed to happen this time. Things were pretty much how you'd expect, actually. Odd. Strangely normal. It doesn't look like this racer is antagonizing us or anything like that, at least. Though we still beat him pretty handily. Gearhead with a whole 2 points. Oh, Gearhead. Okay, so fast, managed to keep up with the new racer. Didn't really stay a reality, but you can see behind us. So first, I'm guessing I didn't get goal 1. But I'll do that later on at some point, I guess, if I have time. Alright, so. A new racer is here with us. They don't seem to be very antagonistic towards us, in fact. In fact, not even especially great race compared to the rest of us, but they're about on par with us, I guess. Let's say hello to BattleSpec, who is joining us. Why? Well, we'll talk a little bit about that. Let's see. BattleSpec claims to, in fact, be a messenger of that, sent to us by that. And what is its intention? To bring us to that. And it leads us here, to the bowling alley, which strangely should not exist anymore, if you recall its destruction in the original Beat That playthrough. Why is this here? Why is it still here? That's a very good question. Oh, look at those stats, my god, acceleration, not much charge, but whatever. So, well, I'll talk a little bit about things. I'll explain some things over here while BattleSpec leads the way. Leads us to the bowling alley and leads us to Supercharged Mortar. Ew. 50 seconds, wow. And leads us to that, purportedly. We're going to race together for a little while. Drifting Around Storm is still here. I'm impressed. Is that So Fast in front? Weirdly asymmetrical car. Dude, So Fast is still here in the bowling alley. He's starting at first. That's impressive. Wow. But so here we are. So first off, it's explained to us that BattleSpec is in fact not the first individual tasked with. Stop it! Stop it! Don't make me do this! Oh, I don't actually hit him. Oh, whoops. Great. So Fast is in fact. So Fast. BattleSpec is in fact not the first individual tasked with. Oh man, I managed to get all those on 60 Angels kind of blind. Wow. As I was saying, BattleSpec is not the first one tasked with acting as that's messenger and bringing us to, oh my god, to that. Wow. If you need any confirmation that this guy knows the way. Ah, the worst part is that I need to stop for a while so I can hit somebody with this. Darn. Here, go motor. Jeez. So it turns out that other car we didn't recognize was also tasked with the same job, but we just kind of chased him off, kind of. We acted a little bit overly aggressive. So somebody else was sent to finish the job, or at least to attempt the job, which is what BattleSpec managed to do. I don't know if we're going to see that other car again or not. We might come out and help BattleSpec as well. So as to why BattleSpec is tasked with this job, actually, from an outside of the universe perspective, and why BattleSpec is recolored blue. So, BattleSpec is actually, I did not know this, but much like how Vert ends up driving Power? No, Rage Hammer, was it? Power Rage? Third Hammer? Power Rage, I believe. Watch how Bert ends up drawing Power Rage after drawing the Nero 2 at one point. I believe in accelerators? It's amazing! Yes! That's awesome! It's also super broken. That's really cool. I don't even remember what my second goal was. I have no idea what my second goal was. I really don't know. Oh well. I did it. Kurt Wilde goes from driving Slingshot, which we had dubbed that, to driving Battle Spec, so I'm told. But, weird. As such, it would be inappropriate for that to be driving Battle Spec if that was how to change cars. For one, I don't intend for that to ever change cars. And two, it doesn't really work out for this car to beat that anyways because of how the plot's going right now. Because what would we be doing to beat that right now if we already found that here and now? But it does mean that I want to make this car a bit more true to the car that Kurt Wilde drives. And it turns out that this car, for some reason, is mostly, but only mostly physics. It's only mostly physical, as we discovered. It's only mostly like the car driven by Kurt Wilde. In fact, this seems to be a thing related to the movie, although I have no idea what it has to do with anything. Notice that on the front it has the word Techie in white letters. No idea what that actually means. I will never know. Unless somebody tells me, I guess. But I believe a multitude of other cars have that written on them as well, in accelerators. And the one change they made to this car from Kurt Wilde's Battle Spec is they made it green for some reason. They made the base color green, but everything else, all of it, all the graphics and everything, all the other colors, and all that, that's because I'm in the air for just slight moment. I go, that isn't it, that's a little annoying. Everything else is actually identical to Kurt Wilde's Battle Spec. So I decided to change the color to blue to make it more authentic to accelerators. So it's kind of a shout out to accelerators having this be a car related to that, messenger of that. Another of that's minions. One of the main minions that has had in many cases. Now though, we can move on to, I think we won't have a lot of time, so let's move on to our rampage real quick. So again, he gets some screen time. It never gets otherwise. Since I have everything unlocked here already. Let me talk a little bit about the issue of the bowling alley still existing, and what this might imply for us. So, we do know that the bowling alley was essentially wiped from existence. Drift... Chicane game? I specifically talk about Danny being the individual in this, and then you bring along Chicane. If only Chicane was actually Karma. And if I was gonna have Chicane be Karma, I would actually probably retexture Chicane in this game to look like Karma's Chicane, which looks totally different. I don't know why they decided to make that one look so different. If Battlesec looks so similar to how it looks in accelerators. And as a little note, the reason I initially said that Phantom Racer would be Vert was because actually, well, even though I didn't say it was Vert before, was because I thought this actually looked kind of like Rage Hammer, or Power Rage, which it actually doesn't, now that I realize that. Now that I look at the two side by side, but I hadn't seen Rage Hammer in years, so, or Power Rage in years, so that's why I thought this looked similar. It is a similar visual style, isn't it? But anyways, as I was saying. But what made sense for, in hindsight, for Power Rage to be in this game, since there's all the accelerator stuff, a couple cars from accelerators, all the accelerators things appearing in the levels and whatnot. Anyways. Oh, this one actually does have Teku on it. They just recolored it. Why did they recolor it? This one's probably just like Battlespec, just a recolor of Katrina's. Why did I get that name? Karma's. Just as a guess. Hey, we don't even see that unrecognized racer here in the... what do we call it? Rampages anymore. It's weird. The car just disappeared as quickly as it came by. They need to drift 5,000 points. Or draft 5,000 points. But if this place was so supposedly destroyed in the first beat that, then why is it here? And why are we here again? Going for that again, under pretty much the same circumstances as before. There's really only one, strangely, unsettling conclusion that one can realistically draw from this. It seems that we have, in fact, also explaining why all of a sudden Vert is again a Phantom Racer. Good drafting, good drafting. That was a really good sustained draft in the air. It seems in fact that the guy being brought back in time. And it seems, just based off the events of Micro Racers, that that is behind this as well. Considering the last thing we saw before everything disappeared and we were suddenly here was in fact. Do we have it now? Wait, was the track here drifting? This might be a problem. I'll drift a little bit more. I've misremembered this. It's really hard to trap right here. But yes, so it seems that what that has done to us is sent us back in time. And it may, as such, also be responsible for us being small. Also suddenly getting itself an advantage over us or something like that. Might be time for round 2. There is one place actually where you can get infinite. Beautiful! Nice! Where you get infinite drifts here. Oh, not what I want to use, but that's fine too. Drift forever right here. It's actually really easy to chicane because it's kind of slow and it might have good cornering. I did this at 16 Angels a long while ago. I don't remember how many points I needed. I don't know if your points just like disappear if you do this for too long or if it just catches in your points without telling you. But if you go over 6,000 or something like that, it seems like there we go. It just stops carrying. The problem being now that I don't know if I can actually reach anybody. I do find it interesting that this car actually has the word tech on it, so my guess is that it's actually... I only looked at Karma's car very briefly in the picture was, but my guess is that it might actually be Karma's car just recolored. I don't know why they would recolor it though. And what some people find novelty in being to play as cars that look exactly like cars from accelerators. I don't think so. As far as I know, it's as far as I know, it's just accelerators doesn't have any. Rocket tried to dodge the wall. Oh, get in here. Get him. Yeah. I don't think I get credit for anything either because of that. Oh no, I did. Okay, cool. Alright, so we'll do this again next episode, and we'll do it quickly and actually finish it. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time, the next episode where we probably continue pondering why... Well, there's nothing to continue pondering. I was gonna say, I might have played as... Or it would be interesting to recolor Chicane to look like it does in Acceleracers. It might be easy, because all I had to do for Battlespec is recolor it. The base color. Because all the other graphics are on there. I think that they might have done the same thing for Chicane. But I probably won't do that since I have no particular reason to for this Let's Play. Anyways, see you guys.